Hi to everybody. Today I was driving in the hills and I saw quartz veins and I collect some samples, and right now I do the test, and guess what? I found little piece of gold. Not a lot, but there is gold. So but I took it from vein, different quartz places, and right now I don't know which one is which quartz line have a gold. So right now I be playing a little bit with these rocks what I have, and then I be going back to that place and I show you how I do this taking those rocks. Oh, this is very potential, can be gold. This is tiny quartz veins. So like this, have some kind of holes and everything. This is how quartz must look. If you want to find the gold, you need to look for those kind of quartz. Okay, they look like this. Tiny ones, like not the thick ones. Like that. So problem, I took it from left to right, and the left side was those big quartz. I crushed few of them. I didn't see any gold, but when I came to tiny lines, here they have a gold. So right now I crushing and I show you what kind of, not a lot gold, but very small too, but it is gold. So just need to work with volume, cut a little bit more quartz, and you'll be having some gold. If you want a lot of gold, then you need to cut a lot of quartz, but I don't want to take empty ones. I want to take which one contains a gold. Everything else is no point even crushing. They're no gold. Like those big ones don't have any gold, but they wasn't the same vein. They're the big vein, thick one, and this was like tiny ones. So look how tiny ones is. The problem, when I took it, I didn't look it. I didn't think that there'd be gold in those ones. But opposite, I don't have in big ones, but I have in those small ones. So right now I'm just crushing, trying to figure out how they looks. Before crushing, I always look in that quartz, and then we will see what we get it when I go in the place. I maybe tomorrow in the morning I drive there and I show you how I collecting that quartz. Okay, but what quartz need to have those kind of brown holes and some kind of, there can be gold, but this is very small gold, very small gold. But there was, like you see, I not even crush it, they crush by yourselves, but they contains a gold. That is the main thing. And this is from big one, and this one from big one, that one from big one, and this one from those little. So let's me continue. I right now crushing and go pan it, and then the two chemicals. We'll see what kind of we getting. Crush the rock, and right now I pan it, and I got very little left, and the gold is here, but it's so small I can't even show you. So let's go and do the test, chemical test. I put all this material in beaker, and if there is gold, we will see some kind of purple. Okay, this is very little amount, but I just found it, that ore, and I tested. I see positive results, but I don't know in which place I took it. So tomorrow I'll be going and taking exactly little by little, layers by layers, and we will see which layer contains the gold. Okay, so right now I'm going to do the test. Transferring all material to my test tube. Okay, oh, this is very little amount of sand and everything. I don't even, oh my gosh, I miss it. Let's see, when you're working with the camera. So I'm transferring here. Okay, throwing out water. Okay, putting on the heat. And so now I putting heat and adding sodium nitrate. Okay, potassium nitrate I finished. So right now I'll be working with sodium nitrate. Okay guys, so I'm putting few granules, not a lot, just few. And 3 milliliters hydrochloric acid. So let me get hydrochloric acid. And right now put the heat on. So let him work and we'll see what kind of results we get. Very little amount of gold, but I already working for a few hours, and like you see, the black stuff is already gold. So, but I just testing. Tomorrow we go in place and we'll see what we get it. Okay, solution get little bit red color, some kind of, it means iron. We have a lot of iron. Yeah, so boiling slowly, and there be very little amount of gold, so I wish it dissolves. It's boiling right now. Adding urea to destroy what's left, nitric, and some kind of is not clear. It's like it's showing me that there is silver inside. So, but I'm not working with silver, so I don't care too much for right now. Transferring to small beaker, and we put stannous chloride, and we'll see what kind of reaction that little amount of gold can show you. This is very little amount. It's like 4 milliliters of solution. So let's put stannous chloride. Okay, let's see. Do we get some kind of sign? Barely something. Oh my gosh, very little. So like you see, when it's very little amount, barely purple, barely change the color, but very little amount. Okay, let's go continue more. And this is what's left right now. I dissolving, and here is little bit more gold, but still very small gold, very small gold. So let's, I think we done with heating. Right now I transferring to small beaker. Always work with small beakers and transfer to that beaker. You see that little bit first before you saw, it's little bit darker, so that means there is some gold. So let's transfer some and see. Okay, okie dokie. So let's put urea. This one, cool it, let them cool down. Urea. Okay. Okie dokie. And let's put stannous chloride. Okay. See, when it's gold, right away it gets dark purple. But it's not the black. It's just purple. As you can see colors. Okay, but in this little bit more gold than in the first one. Okay, so I will continue playing. Tomorrow we go back to that place and I show you what I do, how I figure out which quartz have gold, which one not. Okay, see you tomorrow. Now I'm filtrating. Everything stays in the filter, but that black stuff is gold, but this is very little amount of gold. But you know, I collecting all the tests what I do, I collecting, and I after putting in the crucible. Over here is a filter too with some gold, and then when I have little bit more collected, I put a microwave smelt and I get gold in the hand. So this kind of work I do, guys. So let me finish filtrating and for today be done.